Hey y'all, welcome to Food Memes. This is the show that I am starting now where I cook the food memes. You know, you're scrolling through like Facebook or whatever, you come across those little videos and it's that old school Zelda top-down view of somebody cooking and you're like, that looks kind of good. And then you never make it. I make it. I went to the store today, I bought some ingredients, I was like, I'm gonna do this, and this is now a thing. I'm going to start with a kind of controversial recipe that was put out for us today on the internet, care of Disney. Yeah, because when I think about food and recipes, Disney is who I like to ask how to cook a thing. And so Disney took upon themselves to produce a video recipe for gumbo, the healthy gumbo. But it's sure as shit not gumbo. So I decided I'm going to cook it. The first step, which they conveniently edited out of the video, is get drunk. That's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna get drunk. I'm already about 3 beers in. We've got your typical things. We've got some chicken broth. That's what goes in gumbo. Tomato, green bell peppers, onion, garlic, olive oil. We got pepper, paprika, chili powder, salt, freaking, what is that? Oregano and parsley and and flour. They said that it should be whole wheat flour, and I couldn't find that in Rouse's because Rouse's is in America. So I got this white shit that has bleach in it. My grandmother used to make gumbo every Christmas. That's what she did, up until the day she died, more or less. And I feel like she's turning over in her urn right now. But let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is, I guess, turn on the fire on my very disgusting stove. We got our pot here. It's getting a little warm. They had theirs on a fun little thing. But, yep, that beer's coming in. Here we go. All right, first things first is we're going to throw in the green peppers. We're going to do that first. We're going to drop these sons of bitches in here. I am on high heat, which is wrong. I should be on like a medium heat. As fake New Orleanian Emerald Lagasse would always say, you got a knob, use it, you know? You see, son of a... Throwing in the onions too. 2/3 of the Trinity, which typically would go in gumbo. Trinity, of course, is bell pepper, onion, and celery. These beautiful red tomatoes. They didn't specify which kind, so I grabbed the ones that were cheaper than the other ones at Rouse's. We're just going to kind of cook this down, and I'm going to stir with my left hand because I didn't plan ahead. A great little tip I learned from, I believe, Alton Brown when I studied under him. That time I was at a Blockbuster and knocked over the display of Good Eats DVDs and was crushed by it briefly. Put an old mouse pad if you have one of those. If you've got an old mouse pad, just go ahead and slide that underneath. This is already too much kale for any dish. Like, even if I was eating kale chips, this is too much kale. Yeah, so, I mean, basically what you do is, you see how I did there? You just kind of go right around the edge. Don't worry about that iPhone wire on there. It's dirty, but who cares? Okay, so these have started to cook down, like in the video. So we're going to go to step 2. I hand-chopped this, by the way. Hand-chopped it myself. You can do it at home. You could probably also, if you're going to make a shitty dish, just get that jarred stuff and just toss that in there. What even is a clove? Is it the whole thing or is it the little nugget? I don't know. I've only cooked with thyme one other time. Bay leaves, the crushed bay leaves. I took whole bay leaves and just mashed them up in my hand like a little baby would. Like a little baby. And what else? Salt and pepper. You know what? Let's two for these. They go together like salt and pepper, you know? So let's just put them in together at the same time. Now we're going to put in the flour. Now, this is exactly how you make a roux. You cook all the other ingredients and then just put flour on top of it. That's a roux. I forgot to put the okra in. The reason I forgot to put the okra in is because Rouse's doesn't have fresh okra right now. Apparently you can get kale in New Orleans, but you can't get fresh okra, so I had frozen, so it was just sitting there. This is now a mush. It's kind of gross. I think I ruined it, actually. I think I burned everything. What this mush looks like here with these semi-frozen, like, this is going to be garbage. There were 4 piles of cat vomit in my house today because I have 2 cats and they like to vomit in even numbers. It looked a little bit more appetizing than this, not gonna lie. Hair, better than this. But I'm gonna shred up this devil's cabbage here that we like to call kale. I don't know, gumbo kind of, or like a poor man or a dumb man's gumbo. You know, Dumbo. They should have called it Dumbo. They already own the rights. Like, I'm not gonna make a pizza on like a hamburger bun and call it a pizza. I'm gonna call it a hamburger with pizza topping. That's probably enough kale for this stupid shit. This looks like what a roux would look like if a roux was made by the peanut that choked George W. Bush. 2 cups of garbage water going into the pot. It's thin. I mean, it's thin as hell. It should be way thicker. This is, I mean, come on. This is stupid. I'm going to bring that up to a boil. What's great about boils is that they're on your feet. First thing I ever cooked was a napkin. I guarantee I'm going to be drunk by the end of this video. Like, hot goes everywhere. I'm hot right now. I mean, I'm hot. But like, I'm temperature warm as well. Take your kale stems and shove them up your ass. But I'm gonna leave the kale right here because I honestly don't care if it lives or dies. Let's take a look at our garbage soup. It actually smells pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. The next step, the recipe explicitly calls for 24 shrimp. We're gonna count out the shrimp here. We're gonna see how many I put in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 10, 16. Oh no, look, it's all the shrimp, Just put it all in there, who gives a crap? Oh no, I'm sorry, I got 6 shrimp in my bowl of gumbo. You're goddamn welcome. You're welcome. Now you just stir that shit in there. This is a gumbo that if you were on an episode of Chopped and they were like, we got quinoa, we got 24 shrimp, kale, and okra. Make a dish. Do y'all know what raw kale tastes like? Gross as hell, dude. It tastes like grass. The last 2 things we have to do are add the 2 abominations and the quinoa. I know it's quinoa, but I don't respect it. All right, so here we go. We got a big scoop of everything, and it all just, look, I mean, it's clear when it drips through. Let's go ahead and mash it in here, like in the stupid video. Oh man, what if you made a Bloody Mary gumbo with tomatoes, right? Like a Creole style, and and you threw in pickled okra. What? I haven't cooked the quinoa yet, largely because I'm not really sure how. I am gonna put a little bit more of this beer in there. All right. All right. I have had a lot of beer. The quinoa's done. It's like a shitty oatmeal. I don't know if I cooked it right. I don't really think it matters, honestly. But let's do it. Let's do our taste test. I mean, honestly, it actually smells good. It smells good and it looks good. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Let's go ahead and grab. I'm gonna ladle this out. I don't get to use my ladle very often, so we're going to go ahead and do that today, guys. Got this. Now, this is how they served it. I'm going to grab a few more scoops of this dumpster juice. Okay, that looks pretty good. I don't know. A shot of this here. See this close-up shot there. I mean, it looks okay. It looks okay. It actually smells good. It kind of smells like gumbo. I think it's largely because of the okra. We're going to go ahead and take a little dollop. This is Disney World friggin' gumbo. We are gonna taste it. We're gonna taste it. I need a sip of beer. I need another beer for this. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Oh man. It's hot. It's good. It's definitely not a bad, it's not bad. It's tasty. It has elements of gumbo. It does kind of have that gumbo feel. I think it is largely because of the okra. The quinoa, definitely entirely different texture than rice. All right, I'm gonna get a scoop with the kale. The kale's pretty cooked down, so it doesn't add anything. I didn't think it would be that spicy. It does actually have a pretty good kick to it. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually a really good dish. It's actually very tasty. I'm not opposed to eating it, but it's the fact that it's not gumbo. I don't know, it's not bad. Hot. It's definitely hot though. But if you didn't call this gumbo, I would say this is a pretty good spicy stew. It's like the Pelicans to Gumbo Saints, you know? Like, it's good, and I'm enjoying it. It's not what I want, but it's not bad. I mean, it definitely would lose a lot of games if it were to try to play basketball. Hey, if you want to make this dish, go ahead and make it. I have the recipe. I'm going to post it in the description of the video. It's fine. It's totally fine. Also, you don't have to wash kale. It tastes fine. But I would say, on a scale of 1 to not shitty, it's not shitty. Don't serve it to people, but like cook it for yourself. I give this 3 Mickey Mouse ears. That's what I give it. I give it 3 Mickey Mouse ears. Definitely give it 4 beers. But anyway, well, hey, this was the first episode of Food Memes. Catch me next time when I wrap a fucking lasagna in a 7-layer cake or whatever the hell tasty.com throws up in my newsfeed. I'm Jeffrey Gaucher. Thanks for watching the dumb video. Enjoy your dumpster water.